Bonjour and welcome back to the It's Cool to Learn History channel. Today, you'll learn about France and its long history. France is a country in Western Europe covering an area of 244,000 square miles, making it the 45th largest country. It is divided into 101 departments, 5 of which are outside of France. These are French Guiana, Guadeloupe, Martinique, Mayotte, and Réunion. These departments, along with other French territories, are what is considered overseas France. Residents of these territories hold French citizenship and have full representation in the parliament. The French flag has 3 vertical bands, starting with blue on the hoist side, followed by white and red. Blue represents duty and care for the poor. White stands for peace and red for bravery and strength. Now let's learn some history, shall we? In approximately 600 BC, Hellenic settlers, renowned for their maritime prowess, established a colony in Massalia, which is modern Marseille, France, primarily as a vital trading outpost along the western Mediterranean coast. It rapidly became a major commercial hub, facilitating trade. As Massalia prospered and its influence grew, it expanded its reach, establishing its own colonies across Gaul and Iberia. This expansion led to conflicts with the powerful Carthage over control of Mediterranean trade routes. Due to this rivalry, Massalia forged an alliance with the Roman Republic, actively supporting Rome in the Punic Wars. After siding with Pompey in the Civil War, the territory was brought under Roman rule in 49 BC. Rome's ambition, extending beyond the southern Gallic territory, led Julius Caesar to campaign north from 58 to 50 BC. Caesar subjugated numerous Gallic tribes by exploiting their internal divisions, achieving victories in key campaigns against multiple tribes and even launching expeditions into Germania and Britain. However, in 52 BC, Vercingetorix unified many Gallic tribes and employed effective guerrilla tactics, even securing some victories. Despite this, Caesar's military prowess and the superior organization of his legions ultimately led to a Roman victory at the Siege of Alesia, where Vercingetorix surrendered, resulting in the complete annexation of Gaul. This conquest brought wealth and resources to Rome and contributed to the rise of the Roman Empire. During the tumultuous 3rd century AD, the Roman Empire was plagued by civil war, economic instability, and invasions. Following Emperor Severus Alexander's assassination in 235 AD, the empire splintered, with breakaway states like the Gallic and Palmyrene empires emerging. The Gallic Empire, founded by Postumus in 260 AD, encompassed Gaul, Britannia, parts of Germania, and briefly, Hispania. After Postumus's death, 4 more emperors ruled before Roman Emperor Aurelian defeated the breakaway state at the Battle of Chalons in 274 AD. The Franks, a confederation of Germanic tribes, expanded into Roman Gaul during the 4th and 5th centuries. After winning the Battle of Soissons in 486 AD, Clovis IV united the Frankish tribes, founding the Merovingian dynasty. He then defeated the Visigoths, pushing them into Spain in 507 AD. His conversion to Christianity solidified his power by gaining support from both the Gallo-Roman population and the powerful Roman Catholic Church. Clovis also established Paris as the capital. After Clovis's death, the Merovingian dynasty weakened due to civil wars, kingdom divisions, and the rising power of the mayors of the palace, who eventually became the de facto rulers. In 732 AD, mayor of the palace Charles Martel defeated the encroaching Muslim Umayyad Caliphate at the Battle of Tours. His son, Pepin the Short, then overthrew the last Merovingian king, Childeric III, and founded the Carolingian dynasty. After conquering a vast territory, Charlemagne was crowned emperor in 800 AD by Pope Leo III, founding the Holy Roman Empire. Following his death in 814, the empire declined as his successors struggled to maintain unity. The Treaty of Verdun in 843 formally divided the empire among Charlemagne's three grandsons, leading to the formation of the future kingdoms of France and Germany. This year is also considered the traditional founding date of France. After conquering a vast territory, Charlemagne was crowned emperor in 800 AD by Pope Leo III, founding the Holy Roman Empire. Following his death in 814, the empire declined as his successors struggled to maintain unity. The Treaty of Verdun in 843 formally divided the empire among Charlemagne's three grandsons, leading to the formation of the future kingdoms of France and Germany. This year is also considered the traditional founding date of France. Due to the decline of the Carolingian Empire and constant invasions by Vikings, Magyars, and Muslims, a power vacuum emerged in Francia during the 9th and 10th centuries. This led to the rise of feudalism, a decentralized political and social system. In this system, the king granted land, fiefs, to nobles in exchange for military service. These nobles, in turn, distributed land to lesser lords and knights, forming a pyramid of loyalty. At the base of this hierarchy were peasants and serfs who worked the land in exchange for protection from their lord. Due to relentless Viking raids, King Charles the Simple signed a treaty with Norse chieftain Rollo in 911 AD. This agreement granted Rollo and his followers the territory of Normandy in exchange for his loyalty, a conversion to Christianity, and an end to the Viking incursions. This deal secured the Frankish realm from further attacks. France was a key player in the Crusades, with Pope Urban II's initial call to arms happening on French soil. French knights made up a large part of the crusading armies, and figures like King Louis IX led two major campaigns. While the Crusades didn't result in lasting territorial gains, they significantly impacted French society by strengthening the monarchy and promoting the French language in the Levant. The Crusades strengthened the power of the French monarchy and decreased the influence of the French nobility. France was one of the main sponsors of the Crusades and contributed more soldiers and resources than any other European country. As the French nobles responded to the Catholic Pope's calls, many sold their lands and traveled to the Middle East to fight. The removal of the French nobles from many French provinces allowed the French kings to greatly strengthen their political power in France during the 12th and 13th centuries. In 1137, King Louis VII married Eleanor of Aquitaine as a pretext to further expand French territory. However, their differences and inability to produce a male heir led to the annulment of the marriage. At this, Eleanor married Henry Plantagenet, future King Henry II of England, bringing vast territories under English rule. This eventually set the stage for the 100 Years' War. Due to a need for military funds, King Philip IV began taxing the clergy, a move opposed by Pope Boniface VIII. After the Pope threatened to excommunicate him, Philip sent men to arrest him in 1303 in an event known as the Outrage of Anagni. Although the Pope was quickly freed, the humiliation led to his death shortly after. This incident weakened papal authority and eventually led to the papacy's move to Avignon, France from 1309 to 1377, a period known as the Babylonian captivity of the papacy. A total of 7 popes ruled from Avignon during this time. Following the death of Charles IV, the French crown passed to his cousin, Philip VI. However, England's King Edward III, the grandson of Philip IV, believed he had a stronger claim through his mother, Isabella of France. Although Edward initially accepted Philip's rule, he contested the claim when France tried to seize the English-controlled territory of Aquitaine in 1337. This dynastic dispute over the French throne became the primary cause of the 100 Years' War. It lasted from 1337 to 1453. The Edwardian phase of the 100 Years' War, 1337 to 1360, was marked by major English victories, including the capture of France's King John II. After a pause for the Black Death, it ended in 1360 when King Edward III renounced his claim to the French throne in exchange for territory in France. The Caroline phase, 1369 to 1389, marked a turning point in the war. French King Charles V and his skilled commander, Bertrand du Guesclin, utilized a Fabian approach in which large battles are avoided and a focus is made on guerrilla warfare and sieges. This shift in tactics eroded English gains and restored much of France's control. By the phase's end, marked by the Truce of Lelenham, France had effectively reversed many of the earlier English successes. The Lancastrian phase, 1415 to 1453, began with overwhelming English success under King Henry V, whose forces won the Battle of Agincourt and conquered much of France. The Treaty of Troyes in 1420 even aimed to unite the English and French crowns. However, the war's tide turned when Joan of Arc led the French to lift the siege of Orléans in 1429. Her leadership revived French morale, leading to the coronation of Charles VII and the eventual expulsion of the English from most of France. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and share. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2.